All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between and the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
They go play action with Taylor. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Everything good on my end. I don't know. Yeah, man, man, ain't no telling.
Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Lucky 56.
Now Peterman on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
Back him up.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Peterman. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll throw on first down with Peterman. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Fuck.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Slow. Z.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Derek Barnett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
What the fuck, dude?
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Look at this spin.
Balance.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Leopard!
The pitch goes to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun!
Peterman. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away.
We can start over, man. I want my points and ball at halftime, though.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines.
I don't know, bro. I ain't got no problem
to pick up
over
a
here.
1st down and change our momentum?
That's up to you, man.
Slow.
A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop
What
through.
you want to do, man?
And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Oh, my gosh. Wasting my motherfucking time. Waste of fucking time.
9 is live outside the mall to explain. Mackenzie?
Well, good morning to you both. Yeah, hundreds of people here this morning getting these brand new Jordan 11 shoes. They're a limited edition shoe that came out today, and they cost around $200. With me now is the new owner of these shoes. I have with me Paul Moses and his friends. We'll put those back there because I know they were a lot of waiting for these shoes. Tell us what was it like this morning being here compared to what it was like Wednesday?
Oh yeah, I got the real story. See, the police came with a better approach. It was more people friendly. See, last Wednesday it was so crazy. I never seen people get shot with mace balls, getting shot 20 times or 50 times. Or 50 times.
My buddy got his hat shot off.
I sure did.
Now, when you say these police were better prepared, when we were here Wednesday, we had actually Tony Geftos was out here Wednesday, and he was showing us some of the video of the crowds of people waiting just for a chance to get these tickets that will give you a chance at this shoe. Now, you happen to get that ticket, and how was the police better prepared today with all these people that have that voucher in their hand?
Yeah, you know, last time the police wasn't well prepared for how many people was gonna come out for these wonderful shoes right here.
It was total chaos. They didn't expect it to be total chaos.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
So what makes these shoes so special, though? Now that you have them, you finally have them, why are they so important to you?
Let me tell you a little bit about these shoes. You see, you got the icy gum bottles. Just lick them. Yeah, these like a limited edition. These are never coming out again. Michael Jordan know what he's doing.
All right, well, we're glad that you finally got these, and glad everything went smoothly.